Today I'm going to be taking you through my process of making an iwagumi scape. Iwagumi just means that the majority of my hardscape and the majority of the piece is going to be stone, not sticks or even plants won't be the focus, but the stone. And for this I'm using dragonstone. I wanted to make a valley, so a lower point in the middle, big swooping mountains on the right and left, and I'm using those mountains on the right and left to build up a lot of soil behind them to create that perspective. I'm working in a very small tank, so it's really important to get a huge amount of height at the back of the tank to create more depth for the viewer. So what I'm doing is I'm layering the stones, big ones in front, small ones in back, again for perspective to make it seem bigger, deeper, and I'm pointing each stone towards the outside of whatever side it's on. So all the stones on the right point to the right, all the stones on the left point to the left, and that just makes this nice valley shape. And then I'm filling in with the soil just to lift more of that height, and the stones help hold the soil in place so it doesn't all come falling down. Alright, so the hardscape is all in, but now we're going to add some aquarium soil powder. And this will allow our carpeting plant to root more easily into the substrate because it's just that finer grain powder. And then we're going to add sand, some of the detail pieces, and plants. I'm adding the sand path, and you really want your sand path to look natural. So I want it to follow the natural curve of my valley and go the way a river would if there was just water flowing downhill. So to make sure I get that accuracy, I pour the sand starting at the top and I let it fall down and let that show me where the rest of the sand needs to go. Pieces of stone to blend where the sand path meets these larger rocks just to make it look more natural so you don't jump straight to the large rocks. This is the plant I'm using. It's called Monte Carlo. It has these really short round leaves. It doesn't grow very tall at all. It's a compact, great carpeting plant. A lot of people advise that you use CO2, but I have some in my tanks that grow great without it. But this tank will be using CO2. And the way I'm planting here is I am just sprinkling them on top of the soil. I'm not pushing them into the soil, and this is because I'm going to do a dry start, so there's no danger of them floating up and away. And the reason I sprinkle them instead of planting them is so that they take up a larger surface area on top of the soil, and they have more spaces from which to both grow down their roots and soak up the sunlight and moisture, so they carpet much faster. After spraying down my tank, I added springtails, and these are a tiny microorganism that feeds off of dying plant matter and mold. And because we're going to be sealing up our tank, these guys are just going to keep it clean and make sure it doesn't get disgustingly humid and moldy in there. As you can see, it hasn't completely filled in, but it's done a really good job of growing in, and I'm ready to flood the tank because I need to get it cycled before I leave and get some fish in there. So we're going to let the rest of the growth happen with the CO2, but we've got a pretty solid carpet. Not 100% dense, but it's good enough. Okay, here we are. It's filled up. Oh wow, I like that. This is about a month's worth of root growth with the lazy dry start method. It's gone down about an inch. Everything's secure really well. And when it's filled up, none of them floated to the surface, which is good. I got fish. I got 3 sparkling gouramis, never kept this fish before, super excited. I heard that they like more densely planted tanks, which this is not, but I'm taking the scape down soon when it's grown in anyway, and so they can be in the next scape or whatever, or if they seem stressed in this cake, I can move them into either of the 10-gallon jungle scapes I have. So yeah, let's get them drip acclimated. There they are, drip acclimating for this tank.